Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Derek here. Today we are starting a new series. This is Superman and Lois. It is a CW show. So from what I kind of have gathered, this show is going to be less of like the typical like CW superhero, like really actiony stuff. And I guess at least from the trailers, the vibe I was getting is like that it's going to be more of like a family drama. So that's an interesting take on a Superman show. I know there's some Superman comics where it's just pretty much them being a family. And really the only thing I know about this series is that they have two kids. Clark Kent and Lois have two kids. And at some point, they tell these kids that he's Superman. But that's really it. The Clark Kent / Superman is played by Tyler Hecklin. He has been in things like Teen Wolf. He played Superman in various CW shows, like Supergirl, all these crossovers, things like that. I have seen pretty much every episode of all these CW shows except for like the latest season of Supergirl, because it got real rough. If I'm honest, it was not great. And I haven't seen any of season 2 of Batwoman yet, but I've seen literally everything else. And hopefully this show's good. You know, I think it's interesting that they're starting this show off with almost the premise of it's a show about their relationship, when that's what made shows like Arrow and The Flash like bad. Like those shows started off as these dope shows about the singular superhero, and then as they progressed they became more about the relationship that superhero is in, and then the side characters, and the main character kind of got sidelined. So it's interesting that they're just like right away with this one, they're like, this is the premise, they're in a relationship, it's about their relationship. It's not about Superman being a superhero. So, I mean, we're definitely still going to see moments of Superman being a superhero, because otherwise they would have called it Clark Kent and Lois, instead of Superman and Lois. And from what I have seen online, I haven't seen any spoilers or anything. I've just seen that people are reviewing this show really well. And I was going to watch it anyway, like in my own free time. So I figured I might as well ask the channel, like, if you guys are interested in me doing reactions to this show. And so the plan is right now that at the very minimum, I'm going to be doing a reaction to the pilot. And then if you guys like the show and it does well on the channel, then I'll definitely be continuing to do videos about it. I know I'm gonna watch the whole, I think it's 15 episodes. I know I'm gonna watch all of them on my own, just because I love superheroes, so I'm gonna do it. But yeah, if you guys want to see more of this on the channel, make sure you show up. Oh, I forgot, Lois is being played by Bitsy Tulloch. I might have just pulled that last name out of thin air, but you know, I don't know anything about her or what she's been in. So I just know she was a decent Lois Lane, because I think she's been in a few of the crossover episodes. So yeah, I think Tyler Hecklin is a really good Superman, so I'm excited to see him do his thing in this show. And yeah, I hope you guys like the show. Before we jump into it, leave a like on the video, especially if you want me to do more reactions to this show. It helps me gauge your interest in the show if you guys like or dislike the video. You know, I mean, don't dislike, that makes me feel bad. No, but for real, if you're interested in more of this show, make sure to hit like. And if you want to see more of my reactions to this show or any of the other shows I've been watching on the channel, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And what else? Oh, I have a Patreon, so if you want to see the full-length reaction to this episode, or if you just want to support me in general outside of YouTube, you can go down to the description box and click on that Patreon there. Otherwise, I've been talking too much, so let's watch this episode. The pilot of I almost said pilot of Supergirl. Pilot of Superman and Lois.
My most vivid memories are of the days when my life changed. And boy,
Just yeets that through the wall.
I remember loving Smallville. The people.
Oh, dang it. It looks like Smallville from the show Smallville.
And I thought I'd live there forever.
Oh, no. Pa can't.
But my father's death.
Different death than Man of Steel,
Eventually, I
when you just let him die. Hey! Save that little boy. Doesn't look bad. Ooh, this suit. Almost looks homemade. I like it.
Here you go, friend.
Thanks. Cool costume.
Thanks. My mom made it for me.
Okay.
My most vivid memory of all
I'm invested.
was the day I met her.
Hey, girl.
Let me guess.
Oh.
I like how awkward he is, even though, like, he can literally, like, see things in slow motion, and like he has to like turn that off essentially. Heck of a spot to propose, bud. How can she say no to that? Like, if she says no, are you gonna leave her there? She has to be like, okay, yeah, and then if she doesn't want to do it later, she can call it off when you're back in Metropolis.
The twins came. And they were as different as brothers get.
Probably broke a few beds, right?
Easy.
With your super strength. Dude, what a snipe.
A year ago, he was diagnosed with social anxiety disorder.
So they're probably going to be tackling some sensitive topics in this show. That's interesting.
The heat exchanger's offline.
That's smart. Just use a specific frequency for him to hear. Is he going to use his cold breath? Oh, never mind. Not gonna fix it. Is he gonna laser it shut? Red laser eyes. I think in Supergirl they were blue. Is he gonna put the ice on top of it to cool it down? That's a big heckin' rock. Doesn't look too bad. Looks better than a lot of the Supergirl effects. Right? Like, I feel like that would still damage that inside of that reactor. Mess some stuff up. Ooh, I like that suit. That's real fresh. That's real fresh. Oof. Good God, boy.
Sorry about that.
Is he supposed to go to therapy with his son? Isn't therapy usually like one-on-one type stuff? So does that kid have superpowers? Because he yeeted that football at that swing pretty heckin' hard. He can save the world, but he struggles to be a parent. Dr. Donner? Is that a reference to, like, Richard Donner? That'd be pretty cool.
But you could watch like how-to basic video on.
How to basic? What a reference, bro. Also, that's like not even an accurate reference. If you've ever watched a how to basic video, it's like the opposite of how to actually do stuff. He usually ends up throwing eggs and meat at stuff.
Lois, they slip up once. Say the wrong thing to one person. The whole world knows who I am.
That's true, but they also love you, so I think if it's important to them, they'd find a way not to reveal it.
Fossil fire deals?
Look, it's better me than somebody else. Okay?
What?
Hey, Mom, sorry. This morning's just been...
Oh no, did his mom die? Did he really just lose his job and his mom in the same day? He's a good actor, man. Doesn't even have to say any dialogue. I like that. He can play the dramatic role really well. Ooh, dang. Smallville is kind of falling apart here. Oh, thinking back to his dad. He looks like a long-haired Brandon Routh there. Ruth? Brandon Routh? Who's that? Is that Lana?
It's great to see you, Lana.
It is Lana. Lana Lang.
You dated him. That's why Daddy got mad when he saw you on his Facebook page.
Damn. Just dishing all the info.
Well, as a member of the FFA, I think I can keep you guys safe.
What's the FFA?
Future Farmers of America.
Guys, found the router. How was Grandma thinking of putting it
Why the frick is the router in the barn? What a stupid place to put it.
She wanted me to come home.
Like permanent styles.
Not working.
Got it.
Oh! That's a broken something. Okay, yeah, the one of them definitely has powers if he just dove under that. Okay, he's up there, Tonto. He just throws one. I feel like he's got to tell him now. Those things should have killed them.
You know what? That is a Vulcan salute. I gotta say, that's even worse. Kind of a freak.
Hey, just because he's a nerd.
I can't lose him, Lois. I can't. He's pulled so far away from me already.
Hang out with him. Learn how to play Injustice so he can beat you as yourself. Does he get paid at all as Superman? Like, has someone set up like an anonymous bank account for him?
You are not a hero, Kal-El.
Ooh.
Whoever did this knows who I am.
He's studying you, Clark. Well, I'm sure there's a phone booth in this podunk town where you can suit up.
Now?
That's a reference to forget which movie or one of the old movies. I think he changes in phone booths.
I have dozens
So she
of stories.
put up her own farm as collateral to help the other people in the town.
You can either repay the loan, or you can accept a healthy buyout for the remaining value of the property.
They're gonna pay off that loan and live here. They're gonna sell their house in Metropolis.
Flashlight.
It's gonna be a ship, right? It's just a bunch of dead bodies. Turns out Superman's a villain. He's a serial killer, keeping people prisoner. It's gonna react to your DNA. What's that?
What the hell is that thing? Whatever it is.
I like the set that they have for the farm.
That ship brought me to Earth.
You're saying you're
Superman.
Superman? No, I've seen Superman before. We've seen him.
Have you though? Just takes off his glasses. Oh shit! Instantly changes everything. Lift that truck up. That's what's up. Now fly in the air. Hell yeah. It looks good. He's horrified, he's crying.
All the things I've been feeling. You made me think I was crazy. They put me on bills.
Your mental health has nothing to
And
do with who your
How
father
do
is.
you know that? I'm half human, half whatever the hell he is.
Do not yell at your mother, okay? This is not her fault.
I'm the one that didn't want you to know.
Don't try to talk to me, all right? You may have been sent here to be some hero, but you sure as hell weren't sent here to be a father.
Where are you gonna go? You gonna go to this stupid bonfire with Sarah Cushing and tell everyone?
Am I a bad father?
Yeah. Kinda, yeah. A little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, so who is challenging him? Is it General Zod?
I know you're here.
And I know you can't see me. Light engagements. You can't see through light. It's one of my few weaknesses.
What is this, like a Mad Max party? What's going on here? Where he's from. Ooh! That looked nice.
Not as fast as I thought.
What is that voice? I recognize that voice.
About a year ago, I took a bunch of my mom's pills. I still don't understand why I did it. I've never done anything. My mom, she made a really big drama out of it.
Well, yeah. That's what happens when you try and kill yourself. Your parents, understandably, freak out. Okay.
What are you doing?
What? Hey! Shut up! It's my girlfriend!
Relax, relax.
Girlfriend?
I would have gotten around to it, but you started kissing
What?
me first.
Hey,
Anyway,
hey, man, I
it's not
don't
that
know.
big of a deal.
Back off!
Oh, his brother's there. What's up?
You really don't want to get in my face right now.
Dude, you have superpowers? You can't just start beating people up? Is he gonna hear his kids fighting? No. So which one of these kids is gonna have powers? They've been acting like it's the football brother, but it might be the other one. Wow. This guy's got a good suit.
Never accept you.
Oh, he's got powers. He's gonna rip some kid in half. Woo. That's not good. Dang, so he's just gonna straight make impact. He's gonna have to fight. Fly to his family and rip that thing out of your chest, bud. Someone's gonna find that kryptonite.
There's a strength I've never had before. I felt control.
Makes sense.
You think your mom wanted us to move to Smallville and live on the farm?
Yep.
But I think she was right.
Hug your son, dude.
I haven't always been there for you, but I promise you, from now on, I will be.
Tell him you love him.
Galaxy Holdings, whose majority shareholder is Morgan Edge.
Why would someone like Morgan Edge be interested in a bunch of family farms?
He's not. He's interested in the land.
It's a very good question.
Maybe Morgan Edge is the guy that he fought in the sky. He's trying to find out where Clark landed, maybe?
Powers are overrated anyways. Plus, this just confirms what I've known to be true all along, yeah?
Just raw talent, baby.
Skills on the field, legit.
I bet he also has some sort of powers that'll awaken in season 3, you know? Ooh, who is this man? Tell me who you is. Do you work for Brainiac? Are you Morgan Edge? You look like Master Chief a little bit. Are you the firefighter?
I'll start the upgrade.
Or are you the...
right away. Captain Luthor.
Oh, Lex Luthor. I should have... I don't know why I didn't... I'm stupid. Dang. Okay. That was actually a surprisingly good pilot. You know, the things I saw on the internet were true. It was good. I think that was probably... of the CW shows, I think that was the best pilot they've had. So if this show remains this quality, that's going to be really exciting. Because, you know, I think... And also the effects looked good. Like, man, I don't know what to say. Like, the emotional beats worked. I really liked the beginning when he's talking about how when he came to Earth, his family, meeting Lois, all that stuff. I felt the emotional impact of that really worked well. Talking about his dad dying. I really enjoy the relationship between Clark and Lois. I think they're really nice together. They have chemistry, but not like... I guess it's kind of hard to describe the chemistry. So it's not like... And I guess so this makes sense for the characters. It's not like this like fiery passion chemistry where it's just like every scene they're in together is just like you could cut the sexual tension with a knife and it's just like palpable. Like they legit seem like they have like married people chemistry. like they seem like they have the type of chemistry where like they're in love with each other and they've been in love with each other for a long time and they're not like keeping it inside, like they're actively telling each other they love each other. Like they just seem like they are in a healthy marriage. And you know, granted they have their issues and stuff and there's like outside things. The issues mainly are like outside things, like things happening to them, losing jobs, moms, and then like their children, but like the two of them seem real tight. and I like both actors for the roles that they're in. So I'm really enjoying so far those two together. And then the sons. I actually think both of the sons are really, really good. Like they seem charismatic, both of them, but not like charismatic where they're like the cool guy, where it's just like, yeah, like where they're just eating up every scene they're in. Like they seem like they are the age they're supposed to be, if that makes sense. Like they're supposed to be what, freshmen in high school. One of them maybe seems like he could be a little older, maybe like junior, senior year in high school, but both of them seem like they're high school boys, but they're like nice high school boys. They're not buttholes. Like, they were raised by Superman and Lois Lane, so that they probably have decent heads on their shoulders. They seem like good dudes, and so I like them. And both of the actors are good actors. Like, I don't think there was a single moment in the entire show, even with the side characters. I don't think there was a single moment in the entire show where I looked at someone acting and was like, oof, like that. Yeah, CW show. Contrast, there's plenty of instances within Arrow, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl, especially, where like there would be a line delivery where you just hear it and you're like, that was bad. Like, where did they get this actor? So I thought all the acting was excellent, like from everyone. What else? I'm intrigued by the overall story. Like I like the dynamic of Clark having to balance being a good present father with being Superman. Because the shows and comics and games and movies and stuff will often tell the different stories of like, how does this superhero balance being a superhero with like their everyday lives, but often the route they go is like, how do they balance this with falling in love with a girl or like being in a relationship with a girl. I think this is the first time I've ever seen it where they're like, let's explore how this looks with like being a family and like being a father. I think it's really cool that they're gonna have like hopefully positive father role model type image on TV. And I think that's really cool to show a superhero actively attempting to be a present father. Like, I think that's super underrated because, I don't want to make any generalizations about different groups of people, but, absent fathers are a big issue in America, and I mean, I guess all over the world. But I think when fathers are not present in a child's life, it's a real struggle for the mom, and those kids can be dealing with a lot. So, and there's I think men in general just need a positive image to strive after, and taking arguably one of the top 5 most popular superheroes ever in Superman. I mean, Superman is part of the DC holy trinity of superheroes of Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. And then like the Marvel superheroes are a lot more popular right now because of the MCU, but historically DC superheroes have always been like heads and shoulders above Marvel in terms of popularity. That really only changed, within the last 10 years when the MCU started. Like, Marvel superheroes, other than like Spider-Man, Marvel superheroes were so unpopular that they were selling off all the movie rights and stuff because they didn't have any money. Like, they weren't making any money. And that's why, Marvel's had to try and get all their rights back in the most recent years. But DC has pretty much always been killing it. In both in comics and in animated shows. They've struggled a bit live action wise, but overall, I think it's really cool that they're taking one of the most prominent superheroes and being like, he's here to be a good dad, and like actively trying to do that. So I really enjoy that dynamic, like the overall story of like, how does Clark Kent be Superman but also be a dad? And then I'm also enjoying like the Superman sided mystery of like why is I assume that's Lex Luthor, because they said Captain Luthor. I mean, unless it's like a relative of his. You know, he knows everything about him. I wonder what continuity they're going with in this, because a lot of the references that they made in this particular episode seemed to reference a lot more like the show Smallville, and not like the continuity established from the Arrowverse and like Supergirl. So if they go by that, like Smallville more, like Clark and Lex Luthor had a relationship, like a friendship, while he lived in Smallville. So that would be interesting if they go that route and develop that dynamic as well. Yeah. But I like the overall like mystery of like why is Lex trying to take him down? I mean, he's always trying to take him down, but specifically in this instance, what does he have against him? People seem to have lots of stuff against him. The people in the town are all mad because he left, went and became a famous journalist. Yeah, I don't know. Ooh, the action looked real good. Surprisingly decent. Like I think that might work. Like the fact that this show might be more of a family drama than a superhero action show might actually work in their favor a bit, because it's there's 15 episodes, so it's a shorter season, which I also think is good. That way they can focus the budget more. Yeah, so I think the smaller amount of episodes will actually really work in the show's favor, both in terms of the action and the storytelling. So like most of the other CW shows have like 22 episode seasons or whatever. And oftentimes with that, there's a lot of filler that happens in the shows. So cutting 7 episodes, that's 7 hours of content that they don't need to have, like essentially like 7 hours of filler they don't need to put in. So I think each individual episode will be a lot tighter story-wise, and then the whole season as a whole will be a lot tighter, because I think something that worked really in the favors of like shows like Netflix shows, or even like Amazon Prime shows or things like that, is they have shorter seasons, so they're able to have a tighter story, and then they can focus their effects budget and things like that a lot better. So like not having to kind of build out and do effects for 22 episodes in a mainly action oriented series, and instead doing a 15 episode series that's mainly like family focused with some action. I think they can focus on making the action sequences that they do have a lot tighter and a lot cleaner and look better. So I really like that. I think this is going to be a really, really good show. I'm excited. I think I'm going to react to the show, whether or not it does well on the channel anyway. In the past, some of my DC videos have actually done decent. Like when I watched Titans way back in the day, I only watched some of some of season 2, and then it didn't. I didn't really like Titans season 2, so I stopped. But no, I think I'm gonna stick with this show. I like it a lot. I'm really excited to see where it goes from here. I like the dynamic between the Kent family. Yeah, there's lots of intriguing things. Let me know, what are your thoughts of this episode down below? What do you think? Did you enjoy it? I enjoyed it. I think this was probably easily one of the best CW superhero episodes I have ever seen. Honestly, when I think about the CW superhero shows as a whole, I would say 20% of them, 20% of the episodes of CW shows, I would give an 8 or above. 10% I would give a 9 or above, and the other 80% I would give like a 6. Like, there's a lot of super cool, dope moments in the CW shows, but there is in my opinion at least, the majority of it isn't that high quality at all. Particularly action scenes. I know people build up Arrow for having great action scenes. I actually really disagree. I think, they have great action, like, set pieces, but the actual choreography of Arrow fights are not good. There's routinely moments in that show. That's the show I notice it most because it's a lot of hand-to-hand combat. There's a ton of moments within that show where the punches just straight up didn't land, and it wasn't filmed in a way where like you could hide that with like camera angles and stuff. It was just like a wide shot of people fighting, and you could tell that none of these people were actually hitting each other. And it's just like, I didn't enjoy most of the action scenes that the CW has put forth. Supergirl in particular had really rough action scenes because they didn't have a massive CGI budget and they're working with a super powered being. So I don't know. I'm rambling again. Let me know what you thought down below. I'm really intrigued to see what you guys think of this. If you liked what you saw, please leave a like on the video. It helps me gauge whether or not you guys are actually interested in this show and my reactions to it. If you want to see reactions for the rest of this season or any other show I'm watching, WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, The Bad Batch, Loki, things like that, make sure to hit the subscribe button and stick around a while, and then maybe hit the bell as well so you are notified when I upload. Yeah. Oh, and I have a Patreon. I mentioned that before, but if you're interested in seeing the full-length reaction to this episode, head down to my Patreon. It is linked in the description. Or if you just want to support me in general outside of YouTube, that would mean a lot as well. Yeah, other than that, though, I think that's all I got. So I'll catch you guys next week. Peace.